Hello everyone, my name is Marylou and I'm a Stampin Up Demonstrator in Australia. And for this week video, I'm gonna be making a little box to put the cards that we did a video last week, remember, no? And we did this set of cards. Remember, we did 4 cards and 4 envelopes. That's what we did. Whoop, it's upside down. We did these 4 cards last week. And I thought it'd be a good idea if we can make a little box to put them in, and then we can give it to a friend or as a gift. There's the envelopes that we did. And I thought it'd be nice to make a little box to put the cards in, and then we can give them as a gift. And this is the box that I did. So it coordinates with the cards. This one I done it with Velcro. The one that we're doing today, I'm gonna use magnets to close. So it's just a nice little box so we can give them as a gift. So we'll be using the Forever Fern stamp set and the Artistically inked stamp sets. So the materials that we need to make this project is we need some white cardstock. I use a 12 by 12 and I cut it by one piece that is 10 by 10. This box I use the gray. Actually, I use the smoky slide, but for this one, just so we can have a different one, I'm gonna use Night of Navy. And you need 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. We also need a small piece that is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 because we're going to cut a circle just for the decorations. And we also need some scrap so we can do some stamping to decorate the box. All right, so I think to start, I'm gonna put this away for now. And to start, we're going to score the box. And we're going to use the envelope punch board because I thought that everyone have a scoreboard. You can also use diagonal. I was gonna use a diagonal plate, but not everyone have this, so I thought I would use the scoreboard because most people they have a scoreboard. So you get this piece, and we're going to score at, where is it here? 3 3/4 is the first one. So line it up, 3 3/4. And we score, and you gotta be careful because this paper is bigger than the scoreboard, so just be gentle when you get to the edge, okay? Then 3 3/4, and then 4 3/4. I just check to make sure. Yep, 4 3/4, and all the way. Then you turn and you just follow those score lines till you go all the way around. First one. This one doesn't line up properly, but you can see. Line it up nicely, and we scored. And we go around again. Lined up the first score line. Gentle when you get to the end. And the second one, all the way to the end. Around again. Line it up. Scored. Line it up. This one doesn't reach, but we just have to eyeball it. Make sure that it's nice and yep, it's right. Okay, that's enough for the scoreboard. Now what I want to do is, because you can see the lines, see they don't all get to the end. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a ruler, a small ruler, and we're gonna finish those lines that they haven't. This one is okay. But can you see how this line was only here? So we just get the paper, and you can actually just line it up to the line, but you can see it anyway, and just finish that score line. And go all the way around with the ruler. You get the score tool, put it where the score line is, and then the ruler won't go, and then down. Position it where the score line is, and down. And again, I put this in on the score line, make sure it's nice, and then I'll go down. And I do that until I go all the way around, making sure that I score all the lines. Positioning always, let me make sure you can see. Here, line it up and down. Line it up and down. There's one more to go. Line it and score. This one, I make sure that I position my score to where the score line is, and then I'll come down. There. Now I have all my, no, I don't. I forgot this one. And here. Now I'm done. Check it. Yes, they're all done. Very good. Put my ruler away. And now we're going to make some cuts. My scissors. Now the first cuts, you get these two and the smaller flap. The longest flap, I'm going to cut here to the second line. So there and there. And I'll remove this whole triangle out. Same on this side. Cut it here and there. So this is the top of the box. So I have removed the entire 2 squares. Then I'll go to the opposite side and I cut straight down again to the second score line on both sides and on the next one. Remove this little corner here. And I'll do the same thing on this side. I cut this one, and I cut here, and remove this little piece. So now, this is what we got so far. Okay? And that's done. Now we going to, actually before we do that, so that we leave that for now. Now, on here, I have put a nice cover. So that's where these 2 pieces come to place. So we got the 4 3/4 by 6 3/4, and we have 2 of those. So I'm gonna get my scoreboard and I'm going to score on the short side 3/4 of an inch on both of them. So we score those two at 3/4 of an inch. And now I want to glue these 2 pieces right on top of my box. Now I'll go and get my ruler and I'll be back. Okay, I got my ruler. Now, where we're up to? Oh yes, we're gonna get the blue pieces that we scored at 3/4 and we're going to glue it over here. And let me check to make sure that it's right. Did I give you the right measurement? I'm sorry, this is 4 3/4 by 7. Sorry, this was 4 3/4 by 7. So now we're going to glue this piece into this flap. So I make sure that it's nice and even over here. So I'm gonna add some glue and I'm gonna put glue into the white piece. I find that is easier than on the blue cardstock. And I'm going to glue it here like so. Oh my gosh, done it the upside down, dear. Oh my goodness, wow. Lucky I'm using the green glue. Oh dear. So that's that one. Now we're going to do the other side. Whew, that was close. So we're gonna put glue here again. And I'm going to glue this one just in there, like that. Okay. Now we're gonna do a little bit of stamping to decorate this box. And for that, I'm gonna be using this flower here because we use that on our cards. And I'm gonna stamp with Night of Navy so it matches our cardstock. And I'm just gonna, just randomly, I think I'm gonna turn this paper around. It feels like it's gluing here. Okay, so let's do some stamping. I think I need to stamp. Let me stamp one here because I need one, and I want to stamp one like that. Okay, so I'm happy with the flowers over here. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of dots just to make it a little bit more pretty. Give it a bit more texture. I think I'm happy with that. Yes. Okay, so that's done. Put that away, put that away. And now we're gonna do some, fold this, use our bone folder. Not bone folder, yes, bone folder, that's correct. Here, in all these core lines. Here. It's a very easy box to do. Here. But I think it's nice if we have made, now this one is gonna be a little bit thicker because remember, we got double. I think I'm gonna cut this now. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I'm telling you what I forgot to do is to put the magnet. Let's put a magnet. Oh, I'm gonna open this. Oh, well, we can't. Oh no, I'm gonna stick it and then I'm gonna put some magnet. So I'll do that and I'll come back. Yeah, no, I tried to unstick it, but I can't. That glue is really stuck. So we're gonna use Velcro. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut. I can't believe I forgot to put the magnet. Oh, we're gonna cut this off. We're not gonna worry about that, do we? We're just gonna use Velcro and that's it. So cut that. Cut this. Okay, so that's one. And we do this side. Try to get this side off. There we go. So, okay, all that is done. And now we're going to fold the card. This one is a little bit harder because it's double. That one and this one. Here we go. So that's that. Now we do this side. Okay. All right. It's looking like a box now. Now we do these small little flaps. Fold the small little flap, this little flap, and this little flap, and this little teeny bit. This is very important, this little one, because it's gonna give strength to the box. I'll show you in a second. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to glue this little flap on here. So we're going to use a little bit of glue on here. Whoop. And we're going to attach that to this flap. Nice and even. Give it a few seconds to glue. And we do the same thing on this side. here and attach it to here. Hold it just for a second so it glues. That's it. Perfect. And now we're going to fold this up, and with the pencil we're going to put a little mark. So you hold it like this. Make sure that it's nice and even. This edge is nice and even here, and this is nice and straight. Don't push it in like this, because then the box is not going to be square. Make sure that you keep this angle straight, and then you put a little mark in here on the edge of that. Let me put a pin on my glue so it doesn't dry. Now I'll grab my scoreboard, because I want to make sure that I cut this nice and straight. So what I do now, on the scoreboard I have made a black mark on the 6-inch line. So what I do is I get my score line just where this mark is on the 6 inches and 6 inches here. This is, you gotta make sure that that is nice on the line. So 6 inches and 6 inches. Then I'll come here where my pencil is, and then with the pencil I just make a mark like that. And I know that it's gonna be straight, because if this is straight, then this is gonna be straight. And then with the scissors I just cut that off where the pencil is. That's it. And now that we're gonna have a straight mark. So we close the box, and then we put that on, and you can see nicely straight on both sides. So now we just add glue here, and we attach it to the box. Oh, you can't see, I'm sorry. I just put a bit of glue here. A little bit of glue here. And now I'm gonna attach it to the box, and I do one side first. Make sure that I see right to the edge here and here. And I'll do the same thing on this side. I make sure, whoop, hold on, give it was a bit too quick. I gotta give it a little bit extra. Put my hand underneath and make sure that is attached. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing on this side. Make sure that this is nice and even over here, and I know that this is gonna be right to there, because remember we marked it before. Got my hand underneath, give it a little bit, just a few seconds to glue. Now if you want to add a magnet, which I forgot, look, I have the magnet, but I forgot. Before you glue this to the, like this, to this, you put the magnet in between the two pieces of cardstock. But I forgot to do that. So we're going to use Velcro instead, which is okay too. Okay, so now there's the box. Now we're going to decorate the box. To decorate the box, I'm going to get let's get the stitch dies, and I'm going to use the second largest, and I'm going to cut a circle on my big shot, and I'll be back. Okay, I die cut the circle. There we go. And now we're gonna stamp one of the flower again. I'm gonna stamp it in the middle like that, and I'm gonna add a couple of little dots on both ends just to make it look pretty. And we're gonna stamp some leaves to do some decorations. So I'm gonna be using this one here and this one here. So I'm going to stamp that one on Night of Navy. That's one. I love these leaves. That's two. And also we're going to this one, but I'm gonna be using a different ink. I'm gonna be using Pacific Point, because you remember these are the colors that we used last week to make the cards. So that's one, and that's two. Close this, and now I'm going to die cut it. Okay, I die cut the leaves and also the flower. Now I die cut it with the Forever Flourishing dies. So that's that one and that one. So you got the dies to cut. So we done that, and now we're gonna decorate the box, which is the fun bit. Now for this, I'm gonna be using Velcro as a closure, because again I forgot the magnet. So it's all right. We use some Velcro, some little small dots. So we're gonna use them. I may use the Velcro now. This way it will be easier to attach everything else. So we take the sticky off, and we're gonna stick it here like that. Then we take the backing off the other one. We close the box, make sure it's nice, and close. There we go, done. Now we're gonna decorate this. Now I'm gonna be using these little vellum squares, which I think they are gorgeous. So I'm gonna get one of those, and I'm gonna attach it here for a bit of texture. So because we're going to put the circle around, it's okay, just gonna make a bit of a mess here with the glue, like so. And I'm gonna attach my vellum here, so it's just showing a little bit out and up there, and the glue is there, but I'm going to attach my circle. And where's the box? Let me show you the box so then you can see how it looks. Let me grab the, okay, I found the box, and see the vellum is sort of showing nicely around. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm gonna attach this here. I add a little bit extra glue just in the middle. I only put glue in the middle, never on the edge, because then we can add pieces underneath the circle, that if you add glue all the way to the edge, we won't be able to do that. So I put that there. Open the box a little bit so I can put a bit of pressure to glue it. So we done that. Now I grab this other flower, I put it on my palm, and with the thumb I just press down a little bit, and I'm gonna add glue in here like this, and I'm gonna offset, and I attach it just there, just like that. So it shows like there's two flowers there. Now I'm gonna grab this one here, and I'm gonna cut a little because it's a bit too long, and I add glue on the back, and I'm going to move. Remember, see, now we can attach things underneath, because we only put glue in the middle of the circle, so we can actually attach things underneath it. So that's that one. Now I'm going to get this pretty one here. I'm gonna cut this, we don't need that. Add a little bit of glue here, and I'm gonna attach this like underneath the flower like this. I think if I'll open it'll be easier, like that. And I get another one of this blue one, little bit of glue here, underneath the flower, like that. And then this one, just give it a bit of shape, a bit of glue, and it goes underneath this flower, like that. Okay, so far we have that. Now we're gonna add a little bit of ribbon, like a bow. So let's grab a small piece, and I'm going to give her a little bit of texture to this ribbon. So what I'm going to do with the dots and my Night of Navy, I'm going to stamp dots into here, into my ribbon, and that will give texture to this ribbon. Okay, and also it matches the little dots that we have there. So now I'm gonna make a nice little bow with my bow maker, and I'm gonna make a bow. I think I need a bigger bow than that. I think I'll make a 2-inch bow. And we have created a nice bow to match. I think it's a little bit too much ribbon. Just cut a little bit. And look how pretty we have created a nice ribbon, dotted ribbon, to match our box. So I'm gonna add a few blue dots here. I think I had 2. I'm gonna put it here. So put one there. I think I need 2 because it's quite a big bow. Let me see. Yeah. Just here. I get my pretty bow. And attach my bow here. Here we go. How's that? Pretty. And I think we're done. So I hope you like this box. That you remember, there's the gray one that we done before, and this is the one in navy. So which one do you like best? And these are the cards that we did last week, which I think they're gonna look beautiful as a gift for a friend or a loved one. So there's the 4 cards again. There's the 4 cards, and there are the 2 boxes. There's not much room here, but I hope you can see it. The navy and the gray, so we can put our nice cards in it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It will help my channel a lot. And I will list it below. I would make sure that I write down all the materials and products that I use, and I would love it if you shop with me. And I'll see you next week on our next video. Bye for now.